Dear students, today I am going to explain about the operational amplifier working in an inverting mode. Okay, so today's our experiment is inverting operational amplifier. So as you all know the pin configuration of IC 741, the terminals are connected as usual. As you all know, the positive, this is the power supply. Here are the two terminals of the power supply. This is the positive terminal of the power supply and negative terminal of the power supply. Okay. So the positive terminal of the power supply must be connected to the 7th pin of the IC 741. And negative terminal must be connected. See the minus VCC. This power supply's negative terminal must be connected to the 4th pin of the IC 741. Okay. The ground must be connected to the, here there are two extension ground points, so one of the terminal must be connected to the ground and the other one, let us see, the positive terminal means the non-inverting terminal should be connected to the ground, because here we are using only the inverting terminal. So we would like to make the operational amplifier work in inverting mode, so that is why the positive terminal means the non-inverting terminal must be connected to the ground here. So I have connected the non-inverting terminal to the ground. Okay, and the output voltage, since in the case of operational amplifier we use a feedback circuit, so that is why the output voltage must be sent back to the input part. So that is why here there is a feedback resistor connected over here. So the output must be connected here. So from here the feedback resistor must be connected. So here we have an option of choosing any one of the resistors among these four. Okay, you can choose either R3 is equal to 10 kilo ohms as feedback resistor, or R4 or 22 kilo ohms, or R5 of 33 kilo ohms, or R6 of 47 kilo ohms. So you can choose any one of this as a feedback resistor. Okay, so from this, here the second terminal of the resistor is internally connected to the negative terminal of the IC, means inverting terminal of the IC. Okay, so this is a virtual ground point. Here is a virtual ground point, and here we have given two inputs. Now I am going to see whether it is working in inverting mode or not. So that's why I will connect only one input. Okay, so here is the first input signal. So this must be connected to the negative terminal through a resistance. Okay, so I have connected the input signal to the resistor. Okay, and this resistance, the second terminal of the resistance, is internally connected to the negative terminal of the IC. Okay, so now let us see whether it is working in inverting mode or not. Okay, so now I will switch on the power. Okay, so immediately what I do, I will select how much signal I should send into the circuit. So I will keep this selector on this V1. So now I will increase the voltage. So I have given 0.7 volts of voltage in the input section. So you need not worry about this, because in digital electronics the values will go on changes. So let us wait and check whether the reading is changing it or not. Okay, so now you can choose it as 0.71. Let us write the input voltage given to V1. The first terminal is 0.71 volts. Okay, now I will see the output. Okay, to check the output, let us switch off the power, because sometimes what happens, as you do the practical continuously, then the same value will be stored in the display. Okay, so that's why better you have to switch it off. Okay, let's wait for fraction of time, and then you keep the selector on output knob. Okay, so the selector must be pointed towards the output voltage. Now you slowly switch on the power and check. Okay, so the output voltage is also 0.71 volts. Okay, so here whatever input voltage is sent inside, the output voltage is also same. Okay, and you can see in the output voltage you have a negative sign over here. Okay, you have a negative sign. So this negative sign indicates that whatever the input signal is sent inside, that in the output section it appears to be in a reversed phase. Okay, so this indicates that there is a reversal of phase. Okay, so minus 0.71 is our output voltage. Okay, so while writing also you can write V0 is equal to 0.71 volts and V in is equal to 71, so that the gain is equal to V0 by V in, so you will get minus 1. Okay, because both the magnitudes of these voltages are equal. And let's check whether you are getting according to the resistance or not. Okay, so here we have chosen minus 10 kilo ohms of feedback resistance, and here also we have taken 10 kilo ohms of input resistance. Okay, so that as you have the formula, see here, so I have already written these formulas. As you all know that the gain is equal to minus RF by Rin, where RF indicates that the feedback resistance. Here I have taken 10 kilo ohms, and Rin the input section, the input resistance. Okay, so Rin is the input resistance. Here I have taken input resistance is also equal to 10 kilo ohms. So RF by Rin give you 10 by 10, it's equal to minus 1. Okay, even when you see the gain according to the voltages, even then also you will get the same value. So AV is equal to, as you all know, the gain is equal to V out by V in. So output voltage by input voltage. Here I have got output voltage as minus of 0.71 volts and input as 0.71, so that you will get a gain is equal to, according to the voltages also, the gain is equal to minus 1. Okay, so here I will make a table like this. Okay, the serial number, the input resistance, the feedback resistance, and I will check the input. I will put the input voltage and I will check the output voltage, and here according to the two formulas I will check whether the gain is nearly equal to or not. Okay, so like this we have to see whether the whatever voltage is sent inside must get reversed. Okay, the phase of the voltage must be get reversed in the output section. Okay, so if you check all these values like this by varying the resistances or by varying the voltages, you can check, so that you will get the same value. Okay, let us do it for the second reading. So now here I am going to change the voltages, input voltage. Okay, so I will switch it off, then I will put the selector in the V1 section, and then I will switch it on, then I will keep the voltage as, see here I am keeping the input voltage as okay, so this is of 1 volt. Okay, the input voltage is of 1 volt. Now I will switch off the or otherwise for a change I will just keep the knob in output voltage, and I will see what is the output voltage. Here I have got minus 1. Okay, so the output voltage is 1. So whatever voltage you are getting in the input section, that the same you are getting in the output section. So because it is not that key whatever voltage is sent inside, that must be the output voltage also must be equal to the input voltage. It is not like that, because here if you change the resistances, then you will see the change. See here the resistance are of RF is equal to 10 kilo ohms and Rin is also equal to 10 kilo ohms, so that I am getting minus RF by Rin as minus 1. Okay, in this case whatever voltage, because here RF is equal to minus 10 kilo, RF is equal to 10 kilo ohms. Okay, 10 kilo ohms, and Rin is also equal to 10 kilo ohms, so that according to the resistances I will get minus 10 by 10, so that it is equal to minus 1. Okay, That is why I am getting, here I have put 1 volt, and even in the output also I got -1, so that AV, according to the voltages, the gain will be equal to -1 by 1. So this will give you -1 volt. Okay. So if I change the resistances, then how much voltage, how much gain I will get? I will see according to the resistances as well as according to the voltages. Okay. Let us see for the second type of gains. Okay. See here I have switched off, and now I am going to change the feedback resistor. Okay. So we will check whether all the time we will get -1 or not. It is not with that key, always we should get -1. Okay. So now I am changing the resistance, feedback resistance as 22 kilo ohms. Okay. So how much is the feedback resistance? It's of 22 kilo ohms, and the input resistance is of 10 kilo ohms. Okay. Let me write here. So see, I am showing here. So RF is equal to 22 kilo ohms and input is 10 kilo ohms. See, R in is equal to 10 kilo ohms. Okay. 10 kilo ohms, and RF is equal to 22 kilo ohms. Here I will see according to the resistances, how much value I will get? Minus of RF by Rin. So 22 by 10. So this will give you minus 2.2. So here in this case the gain is equal to minus 2.2. Now I will check according to the voltages whether I will get minus 2.2 or not. Okay. So now I will switch it on. I will keep the selector in V1 mode. Now I will switch on the power. Then I will adjust. I have kept the input voltage as 2 volts. See here the selector is on V1. So the input voltage is 2 volts. Okay. So I will check the output voltage now. So the input voltage is 2 volts. Okay. So now I will switch off the power, and now I will keep the selector on output. Okay. Now I will switch it on, and then I will see whether I am getting, how much I am getting. Okay. See, I have kept 2 volts in the input section. So in the output voltage I am getting 4.38. You can consider it as 4.4 also, because after 3.3 you are having 8. Okay. So this can be considered as 4.4, or otherwise I'll just leave it like this. And see here the input voltage is of 2 volts and the output voltage is of minus 4.38. Okay. So if you consider this as a, if you make it as a round figure 4.4, then how much you will get? Minus 4.4. Then see here, according to the voltages, what I will get? Minus 4.4 by 2 will give you minus 2.2. Okay. So like this. See here, even according to the resistance also you are getting the gain as minus 2.2. Even according to the voltages also you are getting minus 2.2. Okay. So sometimes in the digital display, sometimes you may have small fluctuations, but don't get worried about that because it happens. So with this we can confirm that the operation amplifier is acting in a inverting mode. Okay.